Hey guys, what's going on? It's CT and it is 12:25 p.m. Um I just wanted to say that well, this thing has been running on my mind a lot lately. Um some of the things is about the people in this game, you know. Thing is I just I don't get them sometimes, you know, because they bring in like their drama and all that, and it's like people have like I don't know, they have like zero patience. They talk about some crap like um they talk about like some crap like using like inappropriate shit and whatever, you know. I mean that's like everywhere, you know. But like in this game, it's kind of like I don't know. That's how it gets. So I mean, yeah, it's an online thing. I get that, but it's like some people come into this game, and I've noticed this since I've been playing it. Some people come on this game and they waste time, and they also they also just uh, well they they just don't know what to do. Some don't know the mechanics. Um, and even when some of them are like when you get into some of the instances with them, like they like if there's a boss battle or something. They just see like a heal barrel, they go for it right in the beginning, and then they use it, they smash it, and it's like, uh, what's the point in doing that? You know what I mean? There's no point in doing that. You know, so they're just wasting that. I mean, sometimes it's not a waste, but in some, yeah, in some cases it is because I mean you could really use that as like a last minute resort, a last minute thing. And I I just I don't get that. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't. There are people in this game that they don't even realize how much like skill points are really important and everything like that. And even like my league leader, Baby Owlman, he's been saying this for a long time, like, and he still sees, this sort of thing where, um, I, where he's in the raids or alerts and, what have you, and he, he just goes off, and, like, people just have their own way of thinking, like, oh, this has nothing to do with skill points and whatever. Well, I mean, it kind of does to a certain extent, you know, and yeah, I mean, that's just the fact, I mean, even like the stat revamp, they pretty much said it, and you know, I mean, I think like ever since the artifact thing happened, they uh they kind of it kind of helped with what you know with what they were going for to help you out in this, but I don't know. I'm still trying to like learn as I go along with the artifacts and stuff. Uh, you know, but yeah, yeah, people just uh they're just like small minded, you know. And thing is, like small minded is basically for the weak, you know. And people have, they have like zero tolerance for the timing, like you know, if you go into these things like the instances, they, yeah, they have like this, they have such zero tolerance for these things. Like anytime when they enter inside the, you know, like a raid, like when they're, when somebody gets kicked out or leaves or something, right? And you bring in somebody else, that person's gonna look at the 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 timing, how long people's been here and whatever. It's kind of, I don't know. For some reason, it's kind of like the first thing that they look at, and I think that's kind of ridiculous because it's like, oh well, this is a bad group. This is not gonna work, or something like it's too pessimistic, for my taste. And for me as a player, one thing for me, I just like to get shit done. I don't like to wait for anybody or anything like that. I like to get my own shit done, and that's it. You know, that's just what it is about me. And the thing is, like, I I'm just looking at it, and um, you know, I don't really care all that much for how much time you spend on whatever. If it's a reg run, a regular run, or if it's an elite run, you know, I don't, I don't, I'm not that type of person. I don't really care about that, But I do what I can, you know. That's the thing about me. Um, so this is this thing happened to me la- yesterday, last night. Um, I got in a group with both my tunes. One of the guys that I run with, right? He's now the leader of Dirty DC. Um, he's you know I'm one of his regulars and all that stuff. Uh, so me to get like he wanted me to like to tank it, the Pano reg, an Opticon reg, the regular run. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, I don't have anything to do right now, so I'll I'll go right ahead and do it, right? So yeah. Um. Then then what happened was that he wanted me to get my other tune, CTC Water Blue, and he wanted to go ahead and like to just be there. You know what I mean? And apparently there was like we got through it. We got through it. I mean, my water blue tune was he was on healer, and my fiber right here, he was on tank. So um and he that the leader, Dirty DC, is his face. Um he well he's the one that's put up the group. He set the group up and everything, and then like we was like, yeah, so it was a bit of a miscommunication and all that stuff, okay, as to what the hell was going on and whatever crap. So I mean, when I'm healing, I'm pretty good on the heals. uh but the thing is, like, I don't act like I'm OP or anything like that. I don't do none of that, right? And then, like, eventually, like, okay, we got past the first bus, we got past the second. You know, what was the problem, right? So when we got to the last bus, I mean, there was like a little bit of an issue because I just kept switching from control to control, and the guy that put the group up, Face, when he put the group up, when he made the group and all that, um, it was like, not we weren't really we didn't really seem to communicate all that well and or anything like that. So it was like he had somebody else to also heal. So basically, to be a main healer, all right. I was just supposed to be the like an assist heal, right? So the thing is, like, he was like, okay, well, I know that I got another healer, which is supposed to be the main healer, right? And and that was it. But he just couldn't remember exactly who, right? And we kind of said that. Like, I remember having that typed up, like, somebody go heal. Is somebody else a healer and whatever, right? So, um, the thing is, I mean, when we got, like the first try, right? We almost we almost beat him, right? With Water Blue being the healer, and everything like that. But for some reason, like, these guys just decided to go up close, right in his face. The mines came out, and it obliterated us all, right? Honestly, that's not my fault, okay? And it wasn't really my intention to be doing that, and I just wanted to get that cleared up. If anybody that was in that group is listening to this, broadcast, I'll tell you one thing, man. That was never my intent. Okay, I did not, like, I did not want to have to do that or anything. But I mean, yeah, I got us to the last boss and everything and whatever, right? So I mean, you know, for me, the timing, I didn't really care because at least, I'm looking at it from this point of view. If we were still at the first boss for, like, I don't know, 120 minutes or something, right? I would have said this is ridiculous. This is beyond absurd, right? I would have said that. But we were at the last boss, right? It wasn't, it wasn't 120 minutes, right? It was less. It was way less than that. And I know we could have done it, right? I know we could have done it, but yeah, guys just kept on complaining and complaining and complaining, saying, "Oh, this is a reg run and this and that and whatever," yapping your mouths off and all that shit. I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I'm not here for that, right? And whatever. But I mean, getting to the whole thing, it's like, um, I don't really see the point. Like, when you get into like, if someone's yapping their asses off right at you, and you go back and talk to them, like, whatever, like, you two get into an argument, right? And the thing is, it's like, oh, well, here's the thing, they start bringing up, oh, like, oh, they have more skill points than you, and oh, they're at the top, of the score, in the league. I mean, it's like, oh, you can search that up. they would put up a lot of all that bullshit and whatever. That's not even valid. That that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the thing. What we're doing. You know, but yeah, it's just that people, they're so short-minded. You know, they're so small-minded and everything that this is the deal, right? So, I mean, look, I mean, for me, right? When I was teaming up with one of my league mates, that he hasn't been on in so long, in a while, he's taking care of his own thing. What's his name? Tatted, right? My league mate Tatted. We ran a lot together ever since he joined in this league. We ran a lot. We were just like that. But I mean, sometimes but he has things to take care of and he's got to do them, and all of that. So I mean, I understand where you're coming from and everything. Okay, so when Amazon Fury 3 first came out, when that first when that first come out, um, I mean, it was good. It was fun. It was great seeing like new places and well, I mean, Zeus was a little over dramatic, but you know, uh, when we had to go, when we got one feed after the next and all that stuff, we were just literally feed hunting. Um, we got up to the point where we had to do the golden eggs feed, so the 13 golden eggs feed. So with that, um, this is when it was out. So we kept farming for that. It was really hard. But we put a lot of work into it. You know, me and Tatted and a couple of these other guys, we put a lot of thing to it, and I would say, like it took us 8 hours. It took us 8 hours in order to get that golden apple feet. Around the time when it came out. So it was like somewhere in the week or two. I can't remember exactly when, but I don't know. Anyway, it's not really important though. But I mean, I don't know, like spending 8 hours, you know, trying to like get a feed. It kind of like and getting that feed. It kind of like changed my view on things. About with having enough patience and all that stuff. So yeah, that was good for me. But I don't think a lot of people like even realize that or really have the patience for it. But yeah, we went 8 hours straight, trying to get that last boss feat, the golden eggs feat that time. And I mean, even if you were to do regular or elite or something like that, timing is not an issue for me because I like to help out whenever I can. You know, I can't always be there for everybody, but when I have to hear someone else's mouth and all that crap and say, "Oh, I could do that," and I'll do whatever. I'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do whatever I want, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like seriously. And for me, I'm like, what do you hope to gain at the end of the day? You know, I mean, like, shut the fuck up. I mean, that's all you gotta do, right? And the thing is, like, when I was in last night, when I was in there, um, Face was surprised. He actually saw that. Like, okay, the timing wasn't that good, but like, made it from first to last boss. I mean, Water Blue had to dip. He had to get out. Until we, get like a healer. Because, like again, it was just getting shit. I had to hear somebody else, right? I had to see like this other comment of the person that's supposed to heal, right? And you know, I was like, oh my god, man. And this person was saying, oh, she can't solo heal or anything. She can't solo heal the thing. I'm like, well, okay, fine then, but that's what I'm here for. You know, I mean, as if anything, I'm sup- I was supposed to be the assist you. Okay, well, I haven't been on moving water blue, so you logged out. Anyways, yeah, man, like that that just didn't make any sense. And when we defeated the boss and whatever, it was kind of like when we defeated Ultraman. I don't know. He started calling me an idiot or some crap like that. You know, I was like, okay, wait a minute, man. All right, you don't want to be. You're the one that don't want to be, playing your support role and shit like that. And you're supposed to be the main healer. You know, I would say that's idiotic. I mean, I would say that in so many cases because people they don't want to play their support roles. You know, and I'm like, damn. Like what the hell. You know. I mean, with Firebird, I mean, like his tank role and all that stuff. Like, I'm not, I'm okay, but sometimes I'm not. Well, I don't know. I'm not really too confident, about my tanking, but my DPSing is a whole different story. One of the things I know how to do is to survive. Anytime when a new content or whatever come out or anything like that, like if there's to do feats or whatever, I always like I'm a pretty good study when it comes to these things and whatever. It's just that we gotta do it, we gotta unleash that. Um, but if you don't have the like if we're trying to help you get feats or whatever, just in order to get your skill points up and all that crap, and you have like this negativity thing about you and whatever, like thinking like, oh, you don't have this type of patience, whatever. I'm sorry, but that's not my fault. All right, that's not anybody else's fault but your own, and that's just how it is. And the thing is, you gotta learn, you gotta live up to your own faults and admit you're wrong because that's what makes you a much bigger, better person. You know, and I mean, it's like, with responsibilities and all that stuff. And, I mean, come on, like, yeah, it was because of that person, that girl that made me, like, it was overwhelming me, it was overwhelming for me to go ahead and keep switching controllers for one tank and then the other to heal and everything like that. I mean, like, whatever, And then, yeah, and then she was the one that's supposed to be the healer and all that crap. And and all Faith wanted to do was to basically, help get us in a lot quicker. That's all what it was. All right, so I had no problem with that. I could have had Water Blue hang back the entire time or whatever. We had the burn, but shit got stupid, you know, you know, and everything. And um, I mean, look, I mean, I think, yeah, yeah. Like again, the timing wasn't that great, or anything like that. But I didn't think these guys was gonna complain. But people like are really short on patience. They lose. They think like it's killing their game and whatever. But come on. You know, I I've done like a lot for people in this game, and you know, and I have my own thing to do and whatever. It's just that like again, like I can't be there for everybody, and um, so that's the thing. I mean, yeah, I know they don't really, they probably seen my name before, but can't remember where we've seen each other or how many times we teamed up, or they just don't give a damn. But yeah, anything. Water Blue is close to like 290 skill points. So he's getting there. He's improving, but I'd like to get like DWF feats out of the way. I have three more feats to complete from there, and yeah. But I mean, yeah, I could, as long as I know the mechanics and all that stuff, I'm good. You know, I'm good. I'm not like a noob or anything. I'm pretty good as a player. Um, I'm decent enough, and I know how to survive. I know how to do all that, right? So that's just how it is for me. But like, I mean, I was looking at I was looking at the game itself, and then people were, last night people were like, "Wait a minute, are you on two?" It's like CTC Firebird. Are you on two tunes and whatever? So one person said it. That was the one yakking his mouth off, right? And the next thing you know, he would then like later when we were thinking like that was it. So I kind of wanted to get Water Blue out there and out of there and everything like that because because it was because of this girl, right, with triple sevens on her name, right? She was supposed to be the main healer, but she said, oh, she can't solo heal or anything like that. You know, but I was like, wow, dude. So the next couple of times, shit was bad, and then time was being wasted. This guy was like saying, "Oh well, his league is calling him to do something and whatever," and he was like, "Oh well, I would have left a long time ago and all that shit if I knew this was gonna happen." And he was just being an ass, like I was like, "Wow, dude, really?" You know, so I could not believe that. I was like, I don't know, but Face was, Face was telling him like, he was telling him things and all that stuff, like to chill out and all that crap, and trying to reason with him, but I don't know, it didn't seem like to get through because he just kept being pessimistic. The guy just kept being pessimistic and all that crap. I'm like, like, geez, and then I think at some point he started to cool down a little bit and everything. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's too much drama and people want to kill your game and whatever it is. I'm not saying that I'm gonna quit. You know, I'm not gonna stop. You know, I'm not because I spend my money how I want to spend it, and that's just how it is. You know, so like I don't have to do shit like you want me to do it. I do my own thing, and that's just how I do it. Um, and yeah, I mean, this thing was like running through my head and about some of the players in this game, and it's kind of crazy about how people don't, they don't have like much patience or anything. and it's like that instant gratification crap and whatever and all that stuff. And I'm a patient person. I'm a real patient person, but I mean, it's like gotta communicate, gotta listen, gotta do all that stuff. But I mean, last night was a bit of a miscommunication and all that, and I don't know where this person got the idea to call me an idiot when she's supposed to be the main healer and whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? The hell is wrong with this guy? The hell is wrong with this person? You know? And yeah, not everybody knew, and like it's like yesterday it was like whatever, you know. But I did help Face and a couple of our other regulars to get the that drone feat basically. Well, one of the checklists, but one of them that was in the group, they got the feat, the drone feat in Earth 3 Injustice System, right? IS, and the alert. So yeah, they got that, and he was happy about that. To be honest, you know, um, I was I was being cautious and everything like that. I just kept telling them where they had to go, what they had to do, and everything. And yeah, so I mean, again, like I'm a pretty good study when it comes to I mean, sometimes I'm not too confident in a role, like especially when tanking, because I don't know what it is, but it's like I gotta keep up with with my heels and keep keep those bosses like right there, or even the ads. And yeah, I mean, and I don't know. It's just how people are and everything like that. And I don't know. For me, I just can't deal with that. And I mean, being small minded is for the weak, to be honest. It's so stupid. Like I rather tell those people off if they're gonna yap their mouths off and everything. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be teaming up later on in the future. I don't even know. I have teamed up with that person, but he never was on the mic. He never got on the mic or anything, um, or whatever. He never really did any of that. He just did the mission straight through, and that was it. So that was fine. As I remember like people talking to him and all that stuff. Things we're doing with LOGs and shout channels and that sort of thing. And yeah, but you know, but yeah, I mean, I was tanking that reg run and healing it at the same time, and um, people were just looking at the time, and some guy was like, he put in the group chat like, this is absurd. This is beyond absurd. I'm like, uh, yeah, because this person didn't want to go heal. They didn't want to, didn't want to heal or anything like that. Nobody was asking to do a solo heal or anything like that. But if you have a heal roll, do it. If you have a troll roll, do it. If you have a tank roll, do it. Same as DPSing. But my God, I mean, come on, player support roles. You know, that's it's just that simple. That's all you gotta do. I mean, if you have a support role and everything, and if you're supposed to be assigned to that, do it. You know, I mean, you look. I mean, I could have done it, but because of that person, I was going back and forth, switching between two controls, and everything like that, and then that was it. I was like, wow. So, yeah, I'm holding, Ultraman right, right there, and I'm healing everything at the same time, and oh my God, all I just kept on doing with the heal was just staying there and healing, and doing my healing circle, I mean, as a water power, and that was it. I, so even I did pop my shields, I did those things and whatever. And I think that, that the troll, yeah, he just couldn't really shut up all that much. And, he's bringing his league and where he stands, and saying that he's done these things before, and sometimes it doesn't work. And I mean, yeah, I see some of his points, and I agree with them. I'm not saying that he's wrong, but I mean, be cool, calm, and collected. Tell us that in a cool, calm manner, and shit like that. That's all you got to do, and whatever it is. I mean, look, it's it was hard on me. It was still doable, but it was really hard on me. And I don't know. I can't say that I apologize for that, because it was not my intention to be on both tunes like that, playing at the same time, and doing all those things. No, I mean, with panel reg, with skill points, and thing like the combat rating. You know, I mean, yeah, you could have like 5, 6 men that thing. If anything like that, you could 5 and 6 men that thing. And I saw that. So I don't know. I don't think, like, I was really an issue, but I was getting like pretty tired at the same time, since it was like 10, like around 10, 11 o'clock, and then because I've been like waking up really, really early, like around two, two to around 2, or even 6 o'clock, between 2 and 6, yeah. And you're dealing with your day, and with that time frame, and it's like your body clock, like how that operates. It is overwhelming, um and yeah, it's just um it was really stressing me out. So I mean, I just needed some good rest, and that was it, you know. And yeah, but in most cases, it it's whatever right now. I mean, I might do that some other time, you know, if I have to. But again, all I did was just meant to help out, and that was it. I didn't mean anything else or whatever. I just wanted to get help them get in, because they couldn't find somebody. And the thing is, finding somebody with the heel role, or a support role, in generally speaking, um, yeah, like, it's really challenging, really hard, and everything like that. So I mean, for water blue, if I have to do anything, if I have to go ahead and heal, like, how it is really hard to find a healer, I'd go ahead and heal, you know. But I kind of was a little, I was. battle healing it a little bit too at the same time. Um, I mean that's a funny thing right now because it's like battle healing doesn't exist or whatever, but I do happen to fight a lot when I'm healing with my water platoon, and yeah, I could show like my my regulars and stuff. I could show them that I know how to do it, you know. But at some point, like what I do not understand is that my heals. I don't know. Every time I'm doing the healing circle and all of that, the AOE, it's like I'm not healing the person. It's like a 2 second delay or a 5 second delay, you know, right there. And I'm like, why is that? It should be immediate. There should not be any delays whatsoever. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, apparently there kind of is, you know. But I mean, I want to try to focus on like my other tunes, like who has like a troll role. I want to see how good I am as being a troll, because pretty I'm pretty good at being a healer. I'm okay with tanking. Um, it's just that I gotta study it a little more, and not have any problems with that. Um, I need to try to get a lot of I need to try to get a lot of like the exobytes and stuff, so I could get those things to like like Goons of Gotham mods, like the equipment mods. I really need to get those. I have the white the white mods, but I need the other ones. And yeah, it's really been a bit of a challenge for me. It really has been, and it it really has. So yeah, I it, I really have been wanting to do some things on my own and all that, but I mean that's just basically what I wanted to talk about. It's just things about what people do in this game, um, and the things that they say and whatever. I mean, damn, I mean, have some freaking patience. God, like what's the deal? Why are you being so small-minded and weak-minded like that to be like, oh well, this timing and that timing or whatever. I could have had such a productive day, and spare me the excuse, man. Seriously, just just spare me that crap. I don't want to hear that bullshit, to be honest. Um, and I don't know if there's anything I'd rather let these other people like handle it and whatever it is. If they want, if they're looking for a fight, they're looking to argue and all that crap. You know, that's that's just what it is. You know, oh, scrimmage. You know, send me a scrimmage and all that crap. Like, you know, and like that whole dueling or PvP crap or whatever. I'm like, I mean, yeah, like I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think this was going on for like maybe 2 days straight, but it might. I haven't seen any of that today. But the thing is, it might continue. Um, yeah, there's a good chance it will continue. Uh, but whatever, right? Um, yeah, I was like, look, man, if you want a duel, why don't you go play some Yu-Gi-Oh or something, you know, and everything. And then, like, I even said that because people were like getting like a little too dramatic for their own good, you know, about telling each other off and you know, with the whole dueling crap, you know, PvPing crap, and it's like, nah, you know. And then some people got into the drama, like you know, some of my old league mates, you know, got into that bullshit and everything, and it's like it's not really worth it, you know. It's not even, you know. But yeah, um, I'm just, yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do or to say, but I'm not, you know, I don't plan to have somebody go right ahead and kill my game and all that crap. I'm not looking for that shit. I'm not even having it. I'm not gonna have it. But if people like go ahead and push my buttons and whatever it is, yeah, I would say something. I would definitely say something, and they're not gonna like it, and you know. But you know what? If they don't care, I don't care. That's just how it is, you know. And the thing is, yeah, you know, a lot of times in life you do make the choices in life that you make and whatever. They always have consequences and everything like that. But you guys gotta keep pushing through. You gotta keep going for it, and that is it. That's what you gotta do, you know. And some people just don't know. They don't realize that until it just hits them. Like you know, I mean, some people could be you know, insufficient on cash and whatever, you know, running low on cash and everything, and you don't have money to spend for yourself or you know whatever, or you can't really pay the bills or anything like that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, for me, like if you want me to do shit that you want me to do, I got a news flash for you. Pay my bills first, okay? Pay my bills. Pay my bills 50 years from now, you know, for 50 years, if anything like that. Pay my bills, and then I'll do things your way. But I'm the one doing that myself and all that shit, so I'm taking care of that. I'd rather play the game how I want to play it, not how you want to play it. All right, that's just how it is. All right, so that's it. You know, I got into like something about that, and you know, trying to like get like the feet or something, and you know, for like LPVE, and you know, I'm like, you know, there was no point, and you know, like those guy, you know, this guy was being juvenile and all that crap. He didn't care, so you know, there you go. I mean, you know, I didn't even care, and one of these guys was taking my side. You know, he was taking my side of it, and it's like you know, he saw my point of view, but he too was also getting the feat. He had one of the characters that you need to get the feat, right? When you know, when I had it, so it was like kind of like win-win right there. But since I was under two tunes, you know, and Owen Science Cells, well, I mean, I love Owen Science Cells. I love it, you know, especially um for the LPVE. I love it, and the thing is, um, it's like you know, I dealt with that twice that one night, when I was free and doing that, yeah, I dealt with that, and I was like, man, why why is that even a problem? I mean, look, I mean, if you have a character and whatever, I mean, of course, I wouldn't really care because I mean, at least 2 to 3 people could could do that. They could do that. They could do that alert, the LPVE alert. They could definitely do it. So it doesn't matter if we don't have one body or anything, or even two. It don't matter. You can still beat it. It's gonna take time. Yeah, whatever. Who cares, right? Everything takes time. Everything in this world takes time. So that's just the, that's just the truth. That's just the goddamn truth about it. That people have a lot of trouble admitting to shit and admitting to their mistakes, and they're just like that. Can admit to their faults, all that stuff, this and that. I mean, I have admit to my faults and all that crap. I have, but you know, it's just it's just crazy. I mean, if something is not my fault and whatever, if I don't see it as my fault, I want I want that person to tell me, what I did wrong and all that crap. Anytime in this game or anywhere else in my personal life, or anything like, I'd rather be corrected, because I'd rather be critiqued. I'd rather be dealing with that stuff because that's what helped me make a much better person, you know. And that's one of my beliefs, that it helps make you a much better person than you are right now. I mean, being critiqued, harshly or constructively. I mean, any way you look at it, you gotta learn to face it. You gotta take it, you know, and look on the positives out of that. Okay, and then there you go. That's just how it is, you know. For me, that's just how it is. That's just usually my beliefs out of that, about making you to be a much better person, this and that, and yeah. So I mean, I don't know what else to talk about except for that one thing that was running through my mind, and I'm just like trying to get it out, even though I met up with some retarded players in this game, and I just couldn't believe it. Um, I think sometime around Sunday or Monday or something like that, last week or something. Um, I I'm I met I don't know, I met up with this guy that we were doing a duo, right? The new duos and stuff. Um, and he just, like, I don't know what the hell he was doing, but when I looked up, he was like a two like around a 222 or like a 217 or something, right? He was somewhere around there. That CR, he was somewhere around there, and then he just goes right ahead and, like, we couldn't get past the first boss, and you know, and because of him, he just kept on dying and dying and dying, and I was like, oh my god, you know, seriously, I was like, what the hell? I think his name was like Mano BR or some shit like that. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, like, I was looking at his skill points. I'm like, oh my god, no wonder he's dying so quick. You know, and it was kind of like, how often did you do this, you know? And uh, I don't know, I was getting like a little ticked off about it and everything because he had me do most of the work, all the work basically, and that was it. Like, dude, I'm not here to walk you through anything. You know, do your shit and whatever. I'm not here to carry you. Do something, you know? Survive. You know? I mean, damn, it's not that hard, you know? Just like in DWF, right? It's not really that hard to dodge the fire in the second boss. It's not hard, you know? Or even like getting the no death feat, you know, in the second part of what is it? What is that alert called again? Ripping time. Yeah, you know, it's not that hard, you know, to do it. Not, you know, it's not hard to dodge all, you know, was coming right at you, you know, or anything. To dodge the fire or whatever that's coming at you to make you die and everything like that. You know, I mean, once you understand the mechanics, that's, you know, you're good. You're good. You're golden. You could do this thing in any CR or SP or anything like that. So once you get that down pat, that's it. You know, you just gotta learn how to survive the whole thing, do your job, you know, as whatever role you want to be, and that is it. You know. Um, but yeah, you know, not everybody is like that or anything like that. It's like some selfish shit right there, you know. And I'm just speaking my mind a little bit, and you know, that's what I'm doing because I don't understand. I don't get why people are so, you know. I don't get that, you know. And I don't know some of the names that they have. It's weird. But for me, I started this CTC trend, you know. But I've been part of Elseworlds DC for a long time now, you know. And I have really, you know, yeah, really good people here and everything. But a lot lately, there hasn't really been any drama or anything like that. So we're good, you know. Uh, we are thinking about getting, um, we are thinking about getting you know, some of the former league mates, if anything, back. Um, one of them, you know, one or two of them just kind of like came back. I mean, that one, like he took a lot of, you know, some time off and playing other games because of some problems and issues and all that. And yeah, you know, I understand that. And he just he he was all good, you know. So whatever it is, you know, there's no problem or anything like that. And you know, I I'm just, you know, happy he's back. And then, you know, we got back one of our other former league mates. And you know, I am thinking about one person though. I am really skeptical about this one person. And yeah, one of them. And you know, but whatever, you know, it is their choice. It's my choice as well, and that's it. But um, thinking about getting, you know, to get going right now and doing other things. Maybe I might, do a broadcast of one of my games, of this game and whatever. I'm thinking about it, you know. Um, I've been playing another game as well. Uh, you probably heard of it. It's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. No, um, it's a cell phone game. Well, we could play it on your tablet and whatever. It's one of those app games, those mobile app games and stuff. Yeah, I think you can get it. I believe you can get it on your computer or even a laptop or something. But I think you have to like do the app store, like on the Mac or something, But yeah, uh, but yeah, I've been trying to like get a good hold on it. I've been trying to you know beat it and be uh be really good at the game. I've been receiving some pointers from my brother, and he's uh he's been trying to help me understand it. But the thing is, like, I'm not, I don't know. Some of the things, like, for me, some of the things where he's talking to me about, it's kind of like what I'm not seeing, because I'm like, I need to get as much information as possible. Um, and like I'm around like a rank 60, you know, and I mean I already beat the first story. The second story came out, and that was pretty quick. Uh, well, I had started sometime last year with that game, with this game, and yeah, and then I kind of like stopped because I wasn't getting like the info I was supposed to get, so I was like a little like disappointed with that. But right now I'm good. Like I kind of like started back, so and I'm trying to like land some things like to learn, and at some point, this game was making me be a little, like a bit impulsive, and I'm not usually the type to be impulsive or anything like that, but I was heading there, and you know, and I didn't realize that until my brother told me, and I took a step back and I started to find out. So I was like, all right, tell me what I gotta do, and then tell me these things, what I need to know, and whatever, in order for me to be a much better player in this game. You know, I think some people, so I'm trying to get like, some good people, you know, to be friends with, um, and yeah, so like the higher ranks. I think I would have been up there, to be honest, if I just kept on playing. So partially it was kind of like my fault for quitting the game, and you know yeah, but I beat the game. I beat the first story when of Brave Exvius. I beat the first. Hold on, let me type it. I don't know if you guys want to like get in on this, but you know what? You guys could find it, yourself on your cell phones or whatever mobile device you have, or But yeah, um, I've yeah, so I've been um sorry. I've been wondering about, you know, eh, yeah, I've been wondering about how to like get ahead and all that stuff, you know. So like that's like what I want, you know. That's just what I want is to try to like get there and to be the top, to try to be like at the top rankings and all that. So I mean, I've heard a lot, a couple things, um, but I don't know, like I can't seem to you know to, to get in my head because the thing is, it's like there's too much, you know. There's a lot, and some of that, and yeah, a game like this would I could see that a game like this would make you be impulsive and to be spending money that just to get the lapis in the game and what I would basically call them blues and stuff like that because they're basically blue gems, that you can spend and whatever. So yeah, but yeah, I mean that's what it is. Um, I just trying as best as I can, but I mean, I like to, one of the things I want to do was to do like max damage, and I'm with these guys, like I have high level ranking friends, um, and it's yeah, I do have high level ranking friends, and um, they're they I don't know, they got their stats up there and all that crap. So I think these guys like spend X amount of money, like some serious ass cash on this game just to get more space for your your units in the game and what have you. That's just what they. I think that's what they do. Um, but yeah, oh man. So I'm still trying to like get. I'm still trying to get a good beat on this game and um things. So um yeah, right. There's nothing much on my mind right now. I just wanted to go ahead and say something and whatever, my experiences with this game and and what I've been up to and you know. So just keep an update and all that. Mm. Thanks for listening. CT out.